Good morning. Welcome to Crusher Trading Live. This is your host, Will V. And today we'll be going through last Friday's setups, what took place, and then what we'll be looking for today. So we'll start with Apple as usual. And I don't really have anything on Apple. It was pretty sideways trading for most of the day. It did break out later in the day, but we were done trading by then. So really have nothing on Apple from last Friday. And then going into this week here, I'll probably just use the previous day high and low. If we can break out a range, I'll look at those for possible retest right here if we want to move to the upside or if we move to the downside. But other than that, I was trying to break the 100-day Friday. We didn't get that break. It acted as some pretty good support. So we'll just keep an eye on it. Not going to be number one on my watch list, but that's Apple. So Amazon, excuse me, I got these little test pieces in here. Amazon had a nice crush its own trade. It was, what time was that at? About 10:30. So you can see we kind of had a little bit of a retest here at 10:21 for the ORB. Not bad. A little bit choppy in here, a lot choppy. And we do get that retest, like I said, about 10:23. Move up to the crusher zone, and like I tell you always, just watch for the crossovers here on the moving averages. I'll get these candles out of here so you can see this a little bit better. Let's see here. Hang on. It's just like this, right? You can get this trade right about here when that 20 crosses the 50, or you get the 9 EMA that crosses. Let me get this in here too. Sorry. Put that in here. There we go. So, just in this area, they all kind of cross at the same time, which is telling me it's going to be pretty bearish anyways. So, this is where your entry would be. And you can see you don't get stopped out for a while. You get another hit on the crush it zone before it eventually starts to break down throughout the rest of the day. So, a little bit of a babysitter trade. You're going to have to, a little bit choppy here. You're going to have to watch it through the whole day here if you're going to hang on to your contracts. So that was a pretty good trade on Amazon. I think that was one of our only trades on Friday off the crush it zone. Microsoft, nothing. Once again, we're in sideways trading here. There really wasn't anything to look at. At the end of the day, we did get a nice bullish move in the last hour of the day for all the Mag 7. I won't be looking at Microsoft for anything today either, but I do have these alerts that I have marked up here on the hourly, so I'll get an alert if something plays out on Microsoft, but most likely won't be trading it. AMD, interesting. We do get a retest at the ORB here at 10:12, move to the upside, and then we get a rejection off of the, what level is this here? Yeah, that was the level that we had marked from the previous day, low. So we got a nice rejection off of that. Other than that, there really wasn't anything on AMD other than this nice move off the ORB. You see the channeling taking place. Get a little bit of a bounce off the crush it zone here. Going into today, same thing. Got my levels marked, and we'll see if that wants to push down farther. I got the 50 SMA moving into this key level we have at 101.92, 101, 102-ish. So if we can get some kind of rejection in here, or if we break above it, I'd be looking at something like this here. And then to the downside, I'd be looking at maybe some kind of rejection here to the downside on AMD. Meta also got this really big dip deep outside the Bollinger Bands here. Now we're not in the crush it zone, but we do get we get these bullish signals. This is a very deep drawdown here right at the open on Meta. and everything pretty much lit up across the board on these indicators that I'm building here. And this is in test mode right now, so we're just testing these out. But on Meta yesterday, on Friday, it looked really, really good. What I like to see is just the one indicator come up. Where I get these bear modes, it's telling me that, you know, price is moving up, that it wants to pull back, but we can't catch that pullback until, let's see, get rid of that there, until we cross the 20 EMA. So we got to look for them crossovers. But another thing, I'd be waiting for a key level. So this isn't perfected yet. Still working on a lot of things on it. So we'll be patient on this. I'm going to get rid of these, actually. What I don't want is them to show up all over the place. I don't mind if you get one indicator here, but when I got like 9 of them in here, it makes it a little bit more difficult to read. So anyway, so that's in development. NVIDIA. We had another 5-minute ORB retest here. Kind of slight, not overly convincing, but on the 5-minute, it plays out the 5-minute. We have a nice break of the 50 SMA here for a nice move to the upside. I do like the retest on the crusher zone here too to the upside. So one of the things you guys can look for is if we do blow past the crusher zone and QQQs and SPY are giving us some strength. And I think, Amir, you've done this a few times too, is, you know, you can play this this bounce right off of the crusher zone for a move higher. I don't generally play it because I like to know where my targets are and where I'm headed. But if you do play this, you know, you do have a target. You do have some targets here. And that target yesterday or on Friday was right about here. You can see we hit it at the end of the day. It doesn't happen until you get that drawdown. Another target you could say is the bottom of this 1-hour candle here. That would have been a key level here. If I mark this down in here, there we go. So you could add a target area kind of right in here. Not a gigantic move, but still decent. Going into today, same thing, just looking for a break. I'll be watching my fib levels for crusher zones, and I'll be looking for these breaks and moves higher. I'm a little concerned about this descending trend line here. I'm still a little bit bearish on NVIDIA. I'm not convinced that that we're going to be having a full reversal here on the daily for a move to the upside. So we'll see how today plays out. If we do get a bullish move, maybe we can ride it up and get something out of it. But we are at the 50 SMA on the daily here, on the 60-minute. And it looks like we are getting some kind of rejection so far in the pre-market. We'll just see how that plays out. But if we do get a move to the upside, I'm going to look for some kind of rejection off of the 50 SMA here on the hourly for a move to the downside intraday. Let's see here. Wait for this to catch up here. That's something I don't like about these indicators is I have to turn them off because it slows me down quite a bit. And I guess that's it. All right, I got locked up there. So I will get ready here for the open in about 45 minutes, and we'll talk about what happened today on tomorrow's show. So you guys have a good day trading, and we'll talk to you soon.